Hey guys, welcome back to Skyrim. Since I last launched it, apparently I now have an FPS tracker in the background. And I don't know where it came from. Hang on, is there a gameplay thing that detects FPS? There better not be, because I don't want that. Where is... No, there's not. Oh. Well, it shouldn't be my Bandicam. I didn't change any of my settings last night. Oh well, it's whatever. Take your robes so I can dismantle those. Ooh, fire salts, I need those. That's worth some money.
Someone there?
No. I'm just gonna let them duke it out. Enjoy myself a nice pizza roll.
See you burn! Fire frost! You will suffer at my hands. See you burn!
Hi.
Where are you?
Ow. You found me. Whew. I really don't know where the FPS timer came from. Ah, human flesh. I'll take that, because I can... Yeah, really, where the hell did that FPS timer come from? I can see it out of my peripheral and it's driving me nuts. I'll eventually forget it. It's just gonna take me a bit. Move your diggy ass. Not you. I think the CAT is going a bit blind because she's more needier than ever, and I got a closer look at her face earlier and her eyes were a bit on the foggy end. She turned 11 at the first of the month, so... Friggin' mud crab. I did not mean to burp that. I'm sorry. Ooh. Right in the eye. Cool. Nope, not what I wanted. Ah, damn. I should have taken my shot. Ha! Okay. Ancient Nord arrows does 10 damage. How much are my steel arrows doing? 10 damage. Well, I have more Ancient Nord arrows than I do my steel arrows, so I'll wear my Ancient Nord ones. Holy mercy. Oh, iron ore. Well, I could use that for the house. Wow. If it is remaining silent, I should be able to sneak on by. It's gonna come out through there. Ha! Bring it on, wrinkle bones. That's sliced. There's the whole one. How does that cheese manage to stay fresh down here anyways? But, probably shouldn't question it, but you know I'm going to. It's a pretty valid question. How does the cheese manage to stay fresh being underground for so long? Yes, I know there's a level up available, and I really don't care. Saving it for dire circumstances. Time to burn. It's one less problem for me to deal with. Two less, actually. Well, it's a good thing there's an enchanter here. Ah. Dismantle that. And then I can just get rid of the robes and stick them in here. Because I don't need them. Your backups. Cool. There we are. Skeletons are so weak. They used to be a big problem, like in Oblivion, but it's obvious they've weakened quite a bit since then. There's a chest back there. very nice down here. Word of power learned. Fade. Become ethereal. Nifty. This FPS counter is starting to drive me a little crazy. Hello. Oh. You weren't really guarding anything worthwhile there, bud. Not sure why you had to be a pain in my butt about it. I really don't see how. Oh, maybe I do. Because, see, the bridge broke off. And we've done that before. So that should lead us to the chest that's over on the other side there. Cool. While that goes on cooldown, I'm gonna drink some tea. Alright. Awesome. Not really a haul that was worth it, but at least I can say that I got here. Poor dig, though. Alright, this should be a safe enough descent. Yep. Alright, we're good. Hey, dig. Whoops. Ow. Alright, cool. I haven't really encountered any puzzles yet, so this has to be a puzzle. Oh, I remember this one. Ha. Oh. Ow. I don't think anybody knows I'm here. What do you think? Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? Oops. Ow. Ow. Ow! That was my head. Well, at least now I know there are frostbite spiders up ahead. Can you not do that? Thank you. Sprint and sprint. What? I wasn't set to my power. What? Oh, game, you ass. Maybe I can use this to my advantage. Whoop. Let me get him, spider. God, he actually did. Stamina. Something. Just stay in the fire, buddy. Just stay in there. Ow. Yep. Just, oh. Dragonborn, I need to speak to you urgently. Rent the attic room at the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood, and I'll meet you. A friend. A friend. Yeah, these Draugrs are already dead, so someone was here. Why'd they reset the traps, though? Would have been nice if they knew I was coming, which apparently they did, and they left the traps deactivated for me, you know? They don't have to be such an ass. Says the literal penny pincher over here. That's worth some money. I'll go ahead and sell it. I already have the enchantment, so it's whatever. Alright, cool. Sadly, these bandits didn't have any arrows on them, so... doesn't matter. I need to head back to the Whiterun area. Anyways, and I know there's no carriage here. So I'll head to Whiterun, and then I will walk to Riverwood. Oh, my back.
Need something?
No.
When the Empire surrendered to the Aldmeri Dominion, they shamed us all.
You're the best. Can you be my mother?
Oh.
All I can think about is my son, my soul. They say that he was killed, but I know better.
I breathe now in royalty and reshape this land which...
I've been running interference for you around here. I don't think anyone's caught on to our little campaign. Yet. Have you been bringing the battle to the Silver Hand, friend? I wish I could be there with you. Soon enough.
I took care of that group of Silverhand.
Excellent. Looks like you've really driven them into hiding. Keep this up. We'll wipe them out yet.
I'm looking for work.
And there is more work to be done. But I fear that KODLAK's gotten wind of our recent efforts. He's asked to see you. My advice, always be honest with the old man. But don't tell him anything he doesn't need to know.
Great. KODLAK Whitemane has caught wind of my secret missions with Ayla and has asked to speak with me. Great. Ooh, sweet roll. Oops.
I hear you've been busy of late.
Ayla and I worked to avenge Skewer's death.
Your hearts are full of grief, and my own weeps at the loss of Skewer. But his death was avenged long ago. You have taken more lives than honor demanded. The cycle of retaliation may continue for some time. In any case, I have a task for you. Have you heard the story of how we came to be werewolves?
Vilkas said it was a curse laid upon the ancient companions.
The boy has a nugget of truth, but the reality is more complicated than that. It always is.
So what is the truth then?
The companions are nearly 5,000 years old. This matter of beast blood has only troubled us for a few hundred. One of my predecessors was a good but short-sighted man. He made a bargain with the witches of Glenmorrow Coven. If the companions would hunt in the name of their lord Hircine, we would be granted great power.
And they became werewolves?
They did not believe the change would be permanent. The witches offered payment, like anyone else. But we had been deceived.
The witches should be hunted down for their trickery.
We'll get to that. It's not so simple as just killing them, though. The disease, you see, affects not just our bodies. It seeps into the spirit. Upon death, werewolves are claimed by Hircine for his hunting grounds. For some, this is a paradise. They want nothing more than to chase prey with their master for eternity. And that is their choice. But I am still a true Nord, and I wish for Sovngarde as my spirit home.
Is there a way to cure yourself?
That's what I've spent my twilight years trying to find out. And now I've found the answer. The witch's magic ensnared us, and only their magic can release us. They won't give it willingly, but we can extract their foul powers by force. I want you to seek them out. Go to their coven in the wilderness. Strike them down as a true warrior of the wild. And bring me their heads, the seat of their abilities. From there, we may begin to undo centuries of impurity.
It shall be done.
Good. Now move quickly, and don't leave any of them alive. Talos guide you, lass.
I keep kicking the pie, I'm sorry. Also, how the hell does one manage to burn pizza rolls in the microwave? Because I just managed to do that. And it is gross. It's 5 a.m. Well, by the time I get to the Riverwood Trader, it should be daybreak, I think.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
Divine smile on you, friend.
A few seconds for my supper is all I ask.
What do you need?
They always give me tips on how to be a criminal. Too bad I'm an upstanding citizen. Sort of. Hang on a second. How do I... It should be under settings, I think. Options. Text, logo, mouse, webcam, sound. No. It shouldn't be displaying an FPS counter, but it is. Whatever. It doesn't look like crops grow back. Not that I've seen.
Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store. Sleazy little man, but he has good stock. Hands to yourself, sneak thief.
Tell it to the chicken. Not me. Huh? Who's that? Oh, it's you.
I am waiting for a good death.
A good death.
Yes. Were I to simply lay down and die, it would not please Malakath.
Why do you wish to die?
Until next time, if you are not here to grant me a good death, then you can leave.
Why do you wish to die?
My time has come. I am old. Too old to become chief. It would be wrong for me to take wives at this age. So I will die. Malakath has given me a vision of a glorious death. I am to wait here until it finds me. As you can see, it has not yet arrived.
You don't look that old to me. Certainly you're still a strong, capable warrior.
Indeed. One should find his death while he can still call himself a proper man. We Orcmen are not like these Nords and Imperials who carry on until they are gray and feeble and their hair falls out.
Hey.
To cling to something past its usefulness is unseemly. How much more so when that thing is you?
Whoa. Perhaps I could give you the death you seek?
Perhaps. Are you sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure. I will give you a good death.
We shall see.
We shall. Ow. Whoa. Okay, he's actually pretty tough.
I'll show you what a real orc is.
Yeah, he hurts. I think he did his, like, rage thing. Just keep using my poisons on him.
That's it? That's all you got?
Ooh. Sorry. You asked for a good death, though. Pretty sure that counts as a good death. I think. Didn't I encounter him before? I feel like I did. Maybe in that episode I titled that orcs are jerks. Ow. Get out of here. Oh. Poor rabbit.
Go kill him. That's not much of a prank.
Oh yeah? And what would you rather do?
How about we play tag? You're it.
Hey, no fair! Get her, Stump!
The dog proceeds to just bark at me. Day is breaking, though.
Stay out of trouble, elf.
Excuse you. Kill two birds with one stone here, I guess.
I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
I'd like to rent the attic room.
Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home.
The one on the left. This one? Come on, dig. Good boy.
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me.
Okay.
Close the door. Now we can talk.
Whoa.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
You're the one who took the horn?
Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
What's with all the cloak and dagger?
You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere.
What do you want with me?
I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
Go on. I'm listening.
Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
How do I know I can trust you?
If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place.
Wow. Why did you take the horn from Ustengrav?
I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant.
Why are you looking for a Dragonborn?
We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul?
Yes, that's how I first learned I was Dragonborn.
Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough.
You said the Thalmor were after you?
Yes. We're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn.
So what's the part you're not telling me?
Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
Do you know how crazy this sounds?
A few years ago, I said almost the same thing to a colleague of mine. Well, it turned out he was right and I was wrong.
What makes you think dragons are coming back to life?
I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
How did you figure all this out?
You should know. You got the map for me from Bleak Falls Barrow. The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which ones are now empty. The pattern is pretty clear. It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals near Riften. The one at Kynesgrove is next, if the pattern holds.
So where are we headed?
Kynesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it.
Let's go kill a dragon.
I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready. That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynesgrove.
I'm gonna take your map and make some potions. There.
Ragnar, I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails.
Kynesgrove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice.
Well, I may as well travel with you. Was I too close to you? Let me get you to back up. There. You gonna go now?
Stupid dog.
I guess I'll meet you there?
Good dog.
It means so much to us to have
Thank
a
you
claw
so
back where it
much for
belongs.
taking care of
Thank you.
trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
I don't need that anymore, so... I'll keep that dagger with me in case I want to go sneaky. Excuse me.
All right then.
That'll free up some inventory space. That was normal. It looks like she made her way to Kindsgrove already. A blade in the dark. Locate Dragon Burial. Yeah, looks like she's made her way to Kindsgrove. That's near Windhelm. What's that? The Glenmoral Witches are all the way over there. Closer to... Markarth. No, it's closer to Falkreath. I guess I'll walk to Falkreath. Since it's not really that far. Plus, you never know if I'm going to encounter dragons or whatever. Then there's Orphan Rock. I have the hags I have to deal with. In due time. In due time. Until then, I am going to make my way over to Kindsgrove, which was near Windhelm area. I do have work I need to do in Windhelm. So... Ooh, butterflies. I need these ones. third one. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Cool.
Fear for the bow, eh? I'm a swordman. So.
I'm really a sword woman, if anything, but you know. That should lead to the Glenmoral Witches.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
Trying to hide in that tree. I got you, you stinking butterfly.
Rorikstead's a nice enough little hamlet, with a boring posting for a god. If a dragon attacks, well, then it'll be a different story.
Oh, I would imagine, yeah. Ember Shard. Wait, don't I know where Ember Shard is? Yeah, I've been to Ember Shard. Let me go back to Ember Shard and help out, what was his name? Kiarjo?
Never should have come here.
Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have if that's what's gonna greet me. Sorry! I think because I've already been here before and I already cleared it, all I have to do is just run in and take it. Yeah, it looks like that poor sod was just the last man to the party or something. Because as you can see, everyone is dead. There's nobody here. I remember that coin purse. Ooh. Does this lead to Falkreath area? It does. And it leads me closer to where I was headed anyways. I may as well stop by the Lakeview Manor real quick and deposit some stuff. Got some iron ore here, we can use that for the house.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Yep. Get to my manor. Right now my house is more like a shack than a manor. But it's whatever. Oh, I got some bees. got a new monarch here. Yep. So I guess some more nightshade too. Oh, it's more fertile soil. Huh. I'll give it another nightshade. Alright. Anything I can build? No, I just need stone. Did I leave that in my house, or did I leave that out there? Looks like I left it in here. I did. Alright, so that'll help out. Leave that. Leave these. Keep the moon amulet. I'm gonna need that. Leave the goat horns. Leave the hinge, the iron ingots. May as well leave the leather while I'm at it. Keep the steel on me in the event that I'm able to upgrade my wolf armor further. Cool. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh, I got the hiccups. This poor deer is just being chased to the ends of the earth. And I'm not even trying to kill it, I'm just inadvertently chasing it. Oh. North Shriekwind Bastion. Good to know, but I'm not going in there yet. I've got Glenmoral witches to kill. I think that's the right direction. Yep. Oh, more nightshade. Cool. I'll be able to make more poisons. So it looks like I have collected enough nightshade and deathbell for Ingen Blackbriar. But I want to give it to her all in bulk. Half Moon Mill. Got any nerns around here? Oh, you got some salmon though. And some chickens. There's a building over here. I'll have to hobble up a little closer. Hunter's Rest.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Awesome.
It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he?
You'd be surprised by a human's gluttony. I would be very surprised with elvens, too. Oh, right, dig. I forgot about you. Monarch.
Really got myself... Hello? You! Over here, please, I need help!
What's up?
Thank Kinnereth for you, stranger. I'd almost given up hope of walking away from here.
Who are you?
Name's Valder. I hunt out of Falkreath. We tracked a bear to this den. Good coin for those pelts. We had the big sow cornered when they showed up. 3 of them, out of nowhere.
Them?
Spriggans. Niels went down before we even knew to run. Ari died just inside. I never even thought the things were real. I may have lost a drop or 2 of blood. Truth is, I'm not going anywhere like this. Hurts to breathe.
I may know a spell that would work.
Thank you. Please hurry. Much better. Thanks, friend. I wouldn't have lasted much longer without that. But now what? I can't just walk away, not with my friends' bodies in there being torn apart by those beasts.
Don't be foolish. I'll do it.
You'd really risk your life for a stranger's honor? I don't even know what to say. Thank you, my friend. I'll wait here.
Well, it's on the way, so... And there's Ari. Nice try, Spriggan. Yep. Should be one more in here somewhere. There you are. Ow. Uh-oh. Sheesh. You guys really had to bite the bullet on that, didn't you? That's unlucky. Ugh. I'm not gonna bother picking those up. Ooh, got the hiccups. Fortunately, these ones are rather tame. Whew.
It's done then. Justice, if you can call it that. Look, I want you to have this. I know it isn't much, but it's important to me. Ari gave me this dagger when we first started hunting together. I always said it brought her luck. You should be the one to carry it now. I'll give them a proper burial, then head back. Come find me if you're ever in Falkreath. You'll always be welcome at my door.
Alright. Ooh. Back to the west. Closing in on that coven. Should be just up here. If the mini-map is anything to go by, of course. Huh, that looks like a caved-in ruin. Ooh. Don't even know what I did to that wolf. Damn it.
Enough.
Nope. Another assassin? Yep. As instructed, you are to eliminate Xeris by any means necessary. The Black Sacrament has been performed. Somebody wants this poor fool dead. You are to receive payment for the contract. Failure is not an option. Well, it's an option now. I want to know who this Astrid is. Show her the business end of my boot. Getting real sick of these assassins. I mean, granted, they're not really much in the way of, you know, a threat. But they're getting quite annoying. There it is, Glenmoral Coven. Wasn't there a book I'd picked up? Yeah, Bandit's Journal. Damn those giants. Just one mammoth would feed us for a month, but they herd them around like prized cattle, never taking an eye off them. We've hunted this area dry. Unless we get a kill soon, we'll have to find somewhere else to camp. Okay, that was from that one Silverhand. Jeez. I ate that fireball like a champ. Piss off, Skeever. Give me your head. Thank you. I'm gonna clean this place out. Ow. Ooh, that looked painful. Give me your head. Thank you. You know, if I got arrested and people just saw these Hagraven heads, they'd be like, ew! Why are you carrying this around? Trophy? I don't know. Die, please. There's a pine thrush egg in there. Oh, no, rock warbler. Even better. Give me your head. And I'll eat your claw. Briarheart. What? That's normal. I'll take that because I don't know if I have the enchantment or not. So there's 2 more witches in here. Lots of skeevers. Ow.
Beast's return.
Excuse you? Give me your head. Oh, A Tragedy in Black. A folk tale from the time of the Oblivion Crisis. Ooh, let's read that. The Dremora looked on the young boy with disdain. He looked to be no more than 17 or 18, on the cusp of manhood. You have summoned me? Mother says I'm good with spells. Someday, I'm gonna be a wizard, maybe even archmage. And what would your mother know of magic, boy? She's a wizard. She's an enchanter at the Arcane University. Ah, another dabbler in the mystic arts. I'm certain she is barely mediocre. You shut up. I read the scroll. I get to tell you what to do. The Dremora was silent. Compulsion bound his voice. I want to know how to make a magic dress. I need it for her birthday. The Dremora's answer was more silence. You have to tell me. It's in the rules. Freed from the previous compulsion, the Dremora answered. First, you need a soul gem. I happen to have one, and would gladly give it to you for so noble a cause. Really? Why do I need it? With a hidden smile, the Dremora handed over the dull, black gem. It is not enough to cast a spell upon an inert object. Magic requires thought, intent, will, and emotion. The soul powers the enchantment. The bigger the soul, the more powerful the enchantment. So how big is the one in this soul gem? Oh, that one is empty. You'll have to fill it, but it can hold the largest of souls easily. Do you know how to do that? No, the young man said sullenly. Let me show you. You cast a spell like this. The tendrils of the soul trap spell spilled from his fingers and surrounded the boy. The young man's eyes went wide. I didn't feel anything, he complained. How about now? The Dremora asked, plunging his talons into the youth's rib cage. His heart beat only once before it was pulled from his chest. Quickly the Dremora snatched back the black soul gem, just as the youth died. His soul tried to flee, but was trapped by the spell and drawn into the gem. Only black soul gems can hold the souls of men and elves. Your mother obviously never told you never to accept a freely given gift from a summoned Dremora, he said to the corpse. You see, it breaks the conjuration, freeing the summoned from the summoner. Now let's go find your mother. After all, I have another black soul gem. Ooh. Alright, so I did have the enchantment for health. Hey, goat. You can take this. I don't need it. There's one more witch in here. Motherfucking diva. Ow. Ow.
You belong to her scene now.
Do I? Oh, that's right. I am a werewolf. Well, you belong with the dead. Give me your head. That rhymed, and I didn't mean for it to, by the way. Oh. Hmm? Whoop. Ooh. Cool. Now I should just return to Whiterun since I have the Glenmorrow Witches' heads. And I wiped out the Coven, so... Oh, excuse me. Muscle spasm.
Good to have you by my side, friend. I need reliable people around.
What do you need?
I don't need anything.
When the Empire surrendered to the Aldmeri Dominion, they shamed us all.
It's not easy being a woman in Skyrim, I know. But stay strong, and men will come to respect you.
Whoa, what happened here?
You're someone who can get things done. I like that. These two aren't a problem anymore.
The Silver Hand. They finally had the nerve to attack Jorvaskr. We got most of them, but I think a few stragglers made it. The Silver Hand. They finally had the nerve to attack
no.
Where have you been?
I was doing KODLAK's bidding.
I hope it was important, because it means you weren't here to defend him. The Silver Hand. They finally found enough courage to attack Jorvaskr. We fought them off, but the old man, KODLAK, he's dead.
Was anyone else hurt?
No, but they made off with all our fragments of Wuthrad. But you and I are going to reclaim them. We will bring the battle to their chief camp. There will be none left living to tell their stories. Only songs of Jorvaskr will be sung. We will avenge KODLAK, and they will know terror before the end.
Wipe out the Silver Hand. Where are they located? They're located near Dawnstar, are they? We'll take a carriage.
Make them bleed.
Don't leave any of them alive.
Yes.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old fort, they're
Heard about what you did, killing those foul witches. Well done, companion.
I'm a woman on a mission.
Need something?
I am pissed.
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Dawnstar, please.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Great weather for killing. Go ahead and quickly mark Dawnstar. And now we're going to go and take care of those Silver Hand. That Cairn. I thought something was off about it, but no, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, jeez, hang on. I got a big old smudge on my glasses. I can't see. Man, I hate when I get smudges on my glasses. I'm blind as a bat without them. Alright. What the hell is that? Oh! You good, Vilcus? There's something up there. What is that? Oh, it's a shrine. To Debella. Yup, more wolves. Ugh, wait until it actually starts snowing around here. Walking around the park is going to be one hell of a task. Here it is. This is for KODLAK.
I heard something.
Ow.
I'm ready to die!
You know what they say, wolf in sheep's clothing.
What was that?
What
Time
was that?
to end this Damn you! That's the best you can do! We are routed!
Give me your arrows. Of course.
Could be someone there. Gonna be hard now.
Ooh, thanks. Through here.
Huh?
Jeez, Vilcus. Thank you. Ooh, a chest. Oops. Oh. Got it. Wheel. Alright, so it's not on that side. Ah, so close. Got it. Thought you could stow yourself away, huh?
What was that? Thought I heard something.
Okay, wait. Thanks for the help, Vilkas. Ah. Do 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 do.
Huh? Time to end this little game.
Do 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 do.
I'm getting out of here.
No, you're not.
Victory!
Vilkas. Why are you a coward? I'm here to avenge KODLAK's death. I'm getting out of here.
By Ysmir, you won't leave here alive.
Never switch up here.
Says you, Twitchy.
This what you want? Huh?
Good job. Thank you. Oh. Sweet dreams. Ow. Stamina. Power bash. Let's do some more damage with one-handed weapons.
Just dead still.
Ow.
True lords never back down.
Focus! Oh god! Thought you were gonna slice me. Whew. Looks like I found the food pantry.
Time to end this little game.
Woo! Let's just pull him off of that. Whoops. Oh, there's actually something back there. Watch your face, Focus. Huh. So someone was camping back here, huh? Focus, don't walk into the spikes. Jeez. Someone sniffing for me?
You're mine.
I think you're do your worst.
Oh, you think I'm bleeding? You know, I'm gonna take one of your silver swords as like a memento.
It's time to end this little game.
Ow! There's a wolf in here. It's savage, though. Better get ready for a fight. Wheel shoot. Ouch. horse here. With some horse hide, of course. Cool. Awesome. Let's go.
I swear you won't leave here alive.
Thanks, Focus.
What was that? Over here!
Excuse me.
Give up while you still can! Oh, not so fast!
You won't leave Skyrim alive.
Enough!
Yeah, take that, please. Take that as a no. Powdered mammoth tusk. Sounds gross, but I just ate it. Nasty. How you doing over there, Vilkas?
Suddenly, I feel much better.
Hope you do. For KODLAK! Woo!
Not like this.
Let's see what
That's what you get. Ooh, the Nordic shield is actually almost as good as the shield I've got now, I think. 32. What is the shield I've got? 33. Yeah. So I'm going to take the Nordic shield. And I'll upgrade that later. Or I can upgrade it now. Oh. I know you saw what I saw. Okay, I need a quicksilver ingot. Do I have a quicksilver ingot or do I have an orichalcum ingot? Ooh, glass greatsword. Boots of resist shock. Whoop. Oh, that's a door. Let's head back to Yorvasker.
The others have probably prepared KODLAK's funeral by now. Come up to the Sky Forge to pay your respects.
Of course.
What do you need?
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, no. Even if you are my elder.
Trouble?
Not anymore.
You're the best. Can you be my mother?
Who will start?
I'll do it. Before the ancient flame,
we grieve.
At this loss, we weep.
We weep. For the fallen, we shout.
And for ourselves,
we take our leave.
his spirit is departed. Members of the Circle, let us withdraw to the Underforge to grieve our last together.
Do you have the fragments of Wuthrad still? I'll need to prepare them for mounting again.
I return them with honor.
Don't get too flowery on me, lass. Of course, I have a small favor to ask of you. There's another piece that KODLAK always kept close to himself. Would you go to his chambers and bring it back for me? I'm not sure I'm the best one to go through his things.
I guess I'll have to.
I appreciate it.
Oh, before you go. Before you go, I have one last thing I need to say to you. That was silly. Is it in here? Yep. KODLAK's journal. In my dream, I see the line of Harbingers start with Ysgramor. Each of them ascends to Sovngarde until we come to Terrafig, who first turned us to the ways of the beast. He tries to enter Sovngarde, but before he can even approach, soon, he is set upon by a great wolf, who pulls him into the hunting grounds, where Hircine laughs with welcoming arms. Terrafig seems regretful, but also eager to join Hircine after a lifetime of service as a beast. Then I see every next Harbinger turn away from Sovngarde and enter the hunting grounds of their own accord, until it comes to me, and I see great Sun on the misty horizon, beckoning me. It appears I have a choice. And then, at my side, a stranger I had not seen before. As I look into her eyes, we turn to see the same wolf who dragged away Terfig, and she and I draw weapons together. I realize this is only a dream, but a strong enough dream to inspire a man like me to take to writing, so it must be of some import. I've spoken of my thoughts to the circle, withholding the part about the stranger lest Skjor worry I still no longer seek his counsel, and I was not surprised to see them torn by it. Skjor and Aela are strong in the ways of the beast, and even seems to suggest that the hunting grounds would be their choice of afterlife, if it were truly a choice. Vilkas seemed most troubled. The boy is as fierce as a saber cat in battle, but his heart's fire burns too brightly at times. He felt deceived, and I don't blame him. Farkas didn't know what to think, but I believe he will come around with me and his brother eventually. He usually does. I don't know what to do about Skjor and Aela. I know they respect companions and me, but they take to the blood more deeply than the rest of us. Fortune smiles upon us. Yesterday, Vilkas was telling me how difficult it had been for him to give up his transformations. Until we can pursue a true cure, the twins and I have chosen not to give in to the beast blood. For me, it's provided a clearer head, but Vilkas seems to be suffering a bit for it. Farkas seemed completely untroubled. That boy continues to amaze with his fortitude. While Vilkas was confiding through the shadows of Jorvaskr, I saw a newcomer approach, who wished to join our numbers. It was the stranger from my dream, the one who would stand with me against the beast. Vilkas began speaking obliquely, not wishing to air our problems in front of our guest, and I had to be doubly cautious to not reveal anything of our secrets to the newcomer while also not revealing the details of my dream to Vilkas. I don't know how the politicians deal with these sorts of machinations daily. In any case, I've sent Vilkas to test the newcomer. We'll see if she's truly the great warrior I dreamt of. Excuse you. This newcomer, it seems, is made of decent stock. She calls herself Xeris, and has already impressed some of the circle with her mettle. I still keep my own counsel on her place in my dream, for now. Let us see what kind of destiny she's carving before hitching to her. In the meanwhile, I look for ways of cleansing my blood. The writings and legends on the subject are sparse and contradictory. I don't wish to engage any wizardry on this matter, but I fear they may be the only ones who best know how to navigate these words of knowledge. It's apparent to me now that Terfig's choice to turn us was indeed a mistake. Magics and their ilk are not in keeping with the spirit of the companions. We face our problems directly, without the needs of such trickery. I can only hope to guide us back to the true path of Ysgramor before the rot takes me. Xeris continues to impress. I don't know yet where she will stand on the question of the blood, but the question has not been presented yet. She does know that we carry the beast blood and appears curious about it. Soon enough, I can explain our troubles, and hopefully see what role she will play. I'm amazed that Aela thinks she can keep a secret among this drunken rabble, especially with the loss of Skjor. My heart aches. Emotions are fraying, and the walls of discretion are first to fall. Apparently she and Xeris are waging their own separate war against the Silver Hand, in retaliation for Skjor's death. Their hearts are noble, but the course of vengeance is running hot, and I fear the counterstroke that may come if they do not rein in their fury. Xeris shows valor, though, even in this more underhanded time. We have not had the cause to speak much, and that is something I deeply regret. I have high hopes for her destiny, as I realize that her appearance in my dream may indeed mark her as the Harbinger to succeed me. I have received few dreams over the course of my life, but when they come, I have learned to trust them. I have also learned to trust the instincts of my heart, which tells me that Xeris can carry the Companion's legacy as truly as any residing in Jorvaskr, especially with the loss of Skjor. Aela is too solitary, Vilkas too fiery, and Farkas too kind-hearted. Only Xeris stands as a true warrior who can keep a still mind amidst these burning hearts. I will not speak to her of any of this, though. It is too much to burden another with. My hope is that she and I can keep counsel over the coming years, that I can impart the wisdom of the Harbingers. All things in time. Firstly, I will seek her assistance in the matter of the witches of Glenmoral. It would appear that our path to the cure is not without some poetic justice for the tricksters who first cursed us. He didn't have anything else to write because he was killed. So I will be the next Harbinger? Jeez. Yorland? Yorland?
You're back.
I have KODLAK's fragment.
Thank you. Your shield siblings have withdrawn to the Underforge. I think they're waiting for you.
Alright.
The old man had one wish before he died, and he didn't get it. It's as simple as that.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Vilcus.
That's fine for you, but he wanted to be clean. He wanted to meet Iskramor and know the glories of Sovngarde, but all that was taken from him.
And you avenged him.
KODLAK did not care for vengeance.
No, Vargas, he didn't. And that's not what this is about. We should be honoring KODLAK, no matter our own thoughts on the blood.
You're right. It's what he wanted, and he deserved to have it.
KODLAK used to speak of a way to cleanse his soul, even in death. You know the legends of the tomb of Iskramor.
There, the souls of the Harbingers will heed the call of Northern Steel. We can't even enter the tomb without Wuthrad, and it's in pieces like it has been for 1,000 years.
And dragons were just stories, and elves once ruled Skyrim. Just because something is, doesn't mean it must be. The blade is a weapon, a tool. Tools are meant to be broken and repaired.
Is that... Did you repair the blade?
This is the first time I've had all the pieces, thanks to our shield system here. The flames of Hero can reforge the shattered. The flames of KODLAK shall fuel the rebirth of Wuthrad, and now it will take you to meet him once more. As the one who bore the fragments, I think you should be the one to carry Wuthrad into battle. The rest of you, prepare to journey to the tomb of Iskramor, for KODLAK.
Aw. Where is the tomb of Iskramor? Near Winterhold, huh? Alright, I guess we'll go to Winterhold. Do I have any other quests near Winterhold? How about that? It is near Winterhold, yeah. You guys can go down the path. I'm just gonna... Yoop.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals.
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Winter hold, please.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Couldn't ask for better weather.
Honestly, yeah.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort. Near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
How many quests do I have active right now? Oh. There. That helped.
You're not bringing home any.
And you'd have me do what? Join the college and prance about casting spells all day?
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
To the inn for a drink, of course. Where else could I even go in this god's-forsaken town?
And what? You think that'll solve all your problems?
Probably.
KODLAK killed.
But it's worth it.
Your Vasker attacked. How could this happen within the walls of Whiterun?
Well. Sheesh, this place has seen better days. That must be the tomb of Ysgramor. Yeah, that's definitely the tomb of Ysgramor. What is that? Is that a Horker? Yeah, that's a Horker. They must be inside.
This is the resting place of Ysgramor, and his most trusted generals. You should be cautious.
Are you not coming?
KODLAK was right. I let vengeance rule my heart. I regret nothing of what we did at Driftshade, but I can't go any further with my mind fogged or my heart grieved.
Why do we need to be cautious?
The original companions, their finest warriors, rest with Ysgramor. You'll have to prove yourselves to them. It's not that you're intruding. I'd wager they've actually expected us. They just want to be sure that you're worthy. Be ready for an honorable battle.
How do we get inside?
Return Wuthra to Ysgramor. It should open the way. All right, then.
What was that?
Thought I heard something.
Good enough. Never should have come here.
Whoa.
Good enough. What was that?
All the living shall fear the dead.
The endless sleep comes for us all.
Just keep advancing.
Death comes for you now. Mortal.
Ooh.
You can never. That's your best.
Only a fool tries to kill the dead.
Oh, crap, Vargas. Come on, man.
I'll tear you to pieces. Good enough. I can't go any further, Shield Sister.
What's the matter?
Ever since Dustman's cairn, the big crawly ones have been too much for me.
Oh, no, I feel you.
Everyone has his weakness, and this one is mine. I'm not proud, but I will stay back with Vilkas. Give my regards to Ysgramor.
For KODLAK. Did you hear something?
Spoilers. Why is it to be spoilers?
What was? I thought I heard something.
Death comes for you now.
The endless sleep comes for us all.
Eternal slumber.
Soon you will know the cold of death.
That was a direct freaking hit. Whoop. Uh-oh.
What was that?
Death comes for you. Death comes for you now.
Of course, the stronger ones have to be here, huh? Let's get rid of you first. Whoa. I was right to get rid of you.
Kill endlessly comes for us all. Eternal slumber awaits.
Whoop. KODLAK?
Greetings, Shield Sister.
KODLAK? Is that you?
Of course. My fellow Harbingers and I have been warming ourselves here, trying to evade hearsay.
But there's nobody else here.
You see only me because your heart knows only me as the Companion's leader. I'd wager old Vignar could see half a dozen of my predecessors. And I see them all. The ones in Sovngarde, the ones trapped with me in Hearse's realm. And they all see you. You've brought honor to the name of the Companions. We won't soon forget it.
Vilkas said you can still be cured.
Did he now? I can only hope. You still have the witches' heads. Excellent. Throw one of them into the fire. It will release their magic. For me, at least.
Whoa. That was quite an angry wolf.
No sign of them.
Greetings, Shield Sister.
We've killed your beast spirit.
And so slain the beast inside of me. I thank you for this gift. The other Harbingers remain trapped by hearsay. Perhaps from Sovngarde, the heroes of old can join me in their rescue. The harrowing of the hunting grounds. It would be a battle of such triumph. And perhaps someday you'll join us in that battle. But for today, return to Jorvaskr, triumph in your victory, and lead the companions to further glory.
Did I hear right? Did he say you were to lead the companions?
He did indeed.
You've earned the right. Your strength and honor are apparent to all. And it's my honor to be first to address you as Harbinger. Let's go tell the others.
I guess I could remove my beast blood if I really wanted to, but I guess I'll hold on to it for a bit in case. Shield of Ysgramor increases magic resistance by 20%, increases your health by 20. Oh, nice. Oh. And ebony gauntlets. I like my wolf armor. Honestly, that Shield of Ysgramor is pretty freaking good. It's weaker than... No, it's actually stronger than my steel shield, so cool. Hey guys!
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
I cured KODLAK.
He's not a werewolf anymore? Even dead? This is a good thing.
KODLAK said I should lead the companions now.
Oh, you don't have to worry about any problems from me. I do what I'm told. Congratulations.
Are you going back to Jorvaskr?
I go where my brother goes. I think he wants to look around some more.
Okay.
Until next time.
I'm taking that though. Where is he anyways? That probably leads to the other side of the summit. Where is your brother? Oh, there he is.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
I cured KODLAK.
Yes, you brought honor to him, even after his death. A worthy outcome for a worthy warrior.
KODLAK said I should lead the companions now.
If you had told me a few months ago that some outsider I had never heard of would lead the companions, I might have slit your throat.
Oh.
But I've seen what you can do, and heard of the love that KODLAK had for you. The trust. Let's hope you can show that his heart was not deceived. Good luck, my friend.
Are you going back to Jorvaskr?
Not right now. I'm going to look at some of these carvings. I wonder if Ysgramor ever set foot here while he was alive. But you don't have to stay if you don't want to. I'll see you back at Jorvaskr. Stories to tell the others, eh?
Yeah.
Aye.
Set up the back. Over here. I wonder what's up here. I saw what looked like a wall, so probably a word of power. Animal allegiance. And now there's that. That should be to the east. A little bit more towards the south there. Screw walking through doors, I can do this. A true warrior never uses doors. Ooh. Ow. Oh, excuse me. I'm just gonna go through the dirt. Ooh, darn root. Spiky grass. Now there's something over there, but whatever. I'm on a mission to help Brand Shay. And then I'm gonna call this episode quits. What was that? Oh. Get out of my way. Sky Temple Ruins. Excuse me, you shambling sack of bones. Ow. I think it just bounced off my chest. I'll take your arrows. What does this look at? Sacrificial altar? Certainly looked like a sacrificial altar. Oh boy. Woo! Ow. I don't like you. I really don't like you. Of course you did. Woohoo! Stamina. Oh, well, that would come in handy. You won't trigger pressure plates. Dick is like, please, no more fighting. Please, just stop. Oh, no wonder that hurt. Ouch. Sounds like I wandered myself into a snowstorm. Ow. Ah, that must be it. Excuse me. That was a car. Just drove by. Oh, that's a wolf. Ooh, gold ore. Well, this must be it. Oh.
Someone there?
Are you prepared to die?
I don't know, are you? Ouch. Ow.
Now you
Yep. What's this? Limedren Tenvani's journal. Brandel, I hope this text of your father's last words finds its way to your hands. I served Helstelvani as a wet nurse during your first months of life and wanted to repay your father's kindness. I've done all I can to locate you, but I regret that we'll never meet face to face. Hydra Olin. Is this the end of all things? Are we to die by the cruel barbed blades of the Argonian invasion force? After surviving the Red Year, struggling to dig from the ash and the rubble, and burying the thousands that died, is this to be our epitaph? The irony of our demise glows brighter than Master on the summer solstice. We brought this upon ourselves, the Argonians simply answering a rallying cry incited by a millennia of suffrage imposed by my kind. And so here I sit, in the crumbling basement of our family home, while 1,000 booted feet echo above me, and the screams of the dying find their way to my ears. So falls Helstelvani. But then I look into the eyes of this child, this blessing given to us by the very year that Vardenfell sprouted its fiery death across the land. This gift I hold in my grasp. Is it too much to wish he be given the chance to survive and keep our memories alive? This small boy born in the midst of chaos and destruction must carry on. If nothing else, as a reminder to other Dunmer that the Telvanni were once a proud and noble people. Since the death of my wife, I haven't been able to bring myself to give my son a proper name. It never felt right without her. But my own life reaches its final hours as the luxury of time escapes my embrace. I name him now Brandil, son of Limdrin, and sole living heir to House Telvanni. I will wrap him in his Salona, his birthing swaddle, and leave his fate to Azura's will. Live with virtue and pride, Sarah. That must be what he was looking for. So his name is Brandil?
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the ragged flagon. Face butcher is more like...
I found a book that might help your search.
Let me see that. Yes, yes. This is it. I don't know how you found this, stranger, but you've obviously succeeded where I had failed. Please, let me offer you this key. It unlocks my strongbox under my stand in the marketplace. Help yourself to anything inside. I really appreciate what you've done for me. I'll never forget it.
I'd hope not.
Please, I don't have anything to eat.
Oh, very well. Just try and clean yourself up.
Please. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
I've never... The old told me that it isn't this bad everywhere.
Wow, I've got a lot of work to do.
Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Is Cardo nearby? Oh, I was just there. I was just there. Come on, man. Don't be doing that to me. Jeez. Well, I guess I may as well return the horn to Arngeir and then call it an episode. How's that sound? He's down here.
Ah, you've retrieved the horn of Jörgen Wimcom. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn.
Dragonborn companion, eh?
You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da, which means push. Da. With all three words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. Master Wolfgar will now gift you with his knowledge of Da. You have completed your training, Dragonborn. We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready. Indra crosses San, Strundul, Othibara, Ro, Ra, now. Meisnu Ismir Ovadebrom Daman Da Rock Dovahkiin, you have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you. Sky above, voice within.
What was that ceremony all about? Were you shouting at me?
We spoke the traditional words of greeting to a Dragonborn who has accepted our guidance. The same words were used to greet the young Talos when he came to High Hrothgar, before he became the Emperor Tiber Septim.
What did you actually say?
Ah, I sometimes forget you are not versed in the dragon tongue as we are. This is a rough translation. Long has the storm crown languished, with no worthy brow to sit upon. By our breath we bestow it now to you, in the name of Kyne, in the name of Shor, and in the name of Atmora of old. You are Ismir now, the dragon of the north. Hearken to it.
Huh.
Sky, guard you.
Excuse me. Well, I'd say that's the end of this episode. I will see you all next time on Let's Play Skyrim Special Edition. I'm gonna figure out why the hell I have this FPS counter, because it's been driving me nuts the entire freaking time. Just saying.